Hi everyone, it's Aga from Eureka-exclusive and I'm here with another fun beading tutorial for you. Before I get started, just a quick reminder to check out the rest of our channel, and if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you always know when we're posting new content. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make these lovely handmade beaded napkin rings with a lovely little charm. They're really easy, that you will make them quickly, and you will really wow your guests with this bit of handmade dining table decor. So let me tell you a bit about the supplies. So when it comes to supplies, what you're going to need is first and foremost some beading wire. Here I have soft flex beading wire. The diameter is 0.014 inches, that's 0.36 millimeter, and it's quite fine, so use this or even finer wire. And I also recommend that you use wire that has 21 or even 49 strands. 7-strand one is going to be a little bit too stiff, so this one is just like optimal, but if you use a thinner one or a more supple one with 49 strands, that's also going to be fine. We're also going to need beads, and here I have these absolutely gorgeous, beautiful Krakovski Crystal pearls in light blue. They're really beautiful, and they are 8 millimeters. I'm also going to be using 8/0 Soho round beads, and here I have them in the shade aluminum. In addition to that, we're going to add a cute deer charm, or is it a reindeer maybe? I think it's a reindeer. Let's make it more Christmassy. And to attach it, you're going to need one wire guard, this tiny thing, and exactly one crimp tube, and this one is 1.8 or 2 millimeters, so these two sizes will be okay. And when it comes to tools, you're definitely going to need some wire cutters and maybe some flat nose pliers or chain nose pliers if you need to pull something through. Okay, when it comes to tools and supplies, that's it. So for this project, you're going to need just under a wingspan of wire, because we're going to be kind of weaving it, so it's not just going to be the length that you want. So it's just under a wingspan of wire, which will be around 50 inches, I think, so let's measure that out. You can cut just a little bit more to be sure, but 50, maybe 52 inches should be okay. When it comes to these large pearls, you're going to need 33 of them. For the length that I'm going to show you, you can of course make your napkin ring larger or smaller than that. Okay, let's start. First off, I'm gonna pick up 3 pearls and I'm gonna thread them on my wire, whichever side, because they're gonna meet in the middle anyway. So I'm putting 3 pearls on and guiding them, sliding them towards the middle. And now it's basically going to be right angle weave. So what I do is I pick up one more pearl and I add it on one of the strands, and I'm gonna crisscross my wire inside of that pearl. Like that. So one of the ends is coming out on one side and the other on the other side. Now for Krakovski pearls, they are kind of very well enameled. This coating, this color coating that we have here is very thorough, let's say, so sometimes it may cover a bit of the hole, but don't worry, the hole is there, so we just need to wiggle about in some instances. Okay, I'm going to slide this bead all the way down to my remaining 3 beads. This is also a moment where you can adjust so that this is exactly in the middle. So you want both of your strands to be the same length. So I have 2 ends of my wire here, and I'll pick up 3 pearls, and I'll put one of them on one strand, one on the other, and then I'm gonna crisscross inside that last of the 3. So I end up putting 2 pearls on one of the ends. And I'm gonna go through that last pearl from the other side here so that the wires crisscross inside that pearl. And I'm just going to continue repeating that step. So I have 2 ends. I'm putting 1 pearl on both of them. And then 1 more pearl, so the third one in this sequence. And I'm just crisscrossing that wire inside the pearl. So one end is coming out of one side and the other out of the other side. Now I'll continue doing that until I'm left with 2 last pearls, and I can close the ring then. Okay, I'm left with 2 last pearls, and I'm going to put 1 on each of my ends. So this is where I am. And now we're going to be closing up that ring. So I want to connect my ring here. So as you can imagine, I need to put this end of my wire inside of this bead in here. And the opposite end of my wire inside the very same bead from the other side. And I've seen that these pearls, you may struggle a little bit, but these pearls do take up to 3 passes with this wire. When it's this thick and this many strands, they take up to 3 passes. So we have the basis for our ring. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go right back through each of the pearls on each of the sides. And now make sure that your wire does not like twist and that you do not pull on a twisted wire like that, because it may just get a little bit more delicate and brittle because of that. It is wire after all. Right. So this is where I am now. And now I'll go on each side and I'll be adding Toho 8 O's on each side in between each of the 2 pearls. So I've picked up 180 and I'm just going to go forward, adding 180 in between each of the 2 pearls. Again, making sure that I do not twist the wire, so I'm just doing it kind of slowly. Alright, now I'm done with this side. All of the beads are in between the pearls. Now I'm going to go to this side and do the same thing, except for this last gap, this last space. So I'm going to leave that empty and I'm just going to finish when I'm coming out of this pearl here. Right, as I said, I left this gap open, and now I'm gonna add this cute little reindeer charm to top off this lovely napkin ring. So the first thing I'll do is I'll bring this wire down so that it comes out of the other pearl on the other side of this gap. So I'm gonna go down this next pearl here. And through this pearl over here. like that. So now these ends are kind of crisscrossing over here. And now we're going to be adding our reindeer charm over here to top it off for it to look even more inviting on a napkin. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll pick up two more or less even 8 O's and I'm gonna add one on each end. And then I'll pick up my crimping tube, my crimp tube, and put both of the ends through it. So that what we end up with is more or less this. Now one of these ends is just going to end after that crimp tube, and the other one we're going to use to add the charm. So I'm going to take the wire guard now and I'll put it through the loop of the charm just so that the wire is not showing on the gold all that much. And I'm going to take one of the ends, doesn't matter which, and I'm going to go in one of the holes in the wire guard, then through the loop on the charm, and then through the other hole in the wire guard here. Now I'm gonna pull quite tight and I'm gonna go up this crimp tube like that. You want to keep it in the front. And now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm gonna gently press on my crimp tube. Of course you can use crimping pliers and then add a bead on top of that crimp tube so that it's nice. But I just wanted to show you like a minimum idea. So like when you don't have crimping pliers, it looks just as nice like this. And now that it's fully flattened, you can take your wire cutters and cutting as close as you can. Cut off the excess wire. Just make sure that you're not cutting off any more wire. The other end. And voila! Cute. Easy. And we'll add some real holiday vibe to your dining table decor this Christmas. Alright guys, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. All of the supplies that I've shown you today can be found at Eureka-exclusive. Thank you so much for watching, have a wonderful holiday season, and see you in the next one. Bye!